This is the Irontrader. It is Friday morning, TGIF. A lot of really good trading this week here. But now, remember, got to pay attention to the news here because of the whole tariff situation. Trump's crew is going to meet with China over the weekend in Switzerland. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. Okay, so as usual, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin. We'll take a look at crude oil, natural gas. And then we'll take a look here at the Nasdaq futures, the ONQ, which is up about 67. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, about ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin. Now, you can see how nicely she's moving up here. All right, let's just take this. All right. Now, I've been pointing out here this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, you just have to step back and take a look and see where the left shoulder is here. Your head here with a nice double bottom, and then we have the right shoulder, and now look how she's blasting off nice. Now you can see here how it just went up from level, okay, to level to level, and then yesterday she broke right out nicely. Now, when you take this neckline right here, and then we take the bottom, you're looking at about 14,000. So when we flip that, you're looking at about 106 is what the target is off of this pattern. Now, again, yesterday we made that nice high of 103,300. Today we got as high as 104,825 level, okay? So what we're watching here is we're watching this candle right here, okay? So what do you have? 104,920. So you're just about right there, okay? Now, if we keep around and rolling up here, this is going to be your target. Can be 106,570, and it will come up top of this candle, 106,945 level, okay? Then we'll just bring this price channel right across here. You're looking at 107,485. And then we always want to look to the left of the chart here because this was your breakout, 108,960. See how as it ran up, broke right on out here, sideways, and then we popped up higher, yes, but we noticed that we couldn't close above that nice high. So that's going to be strong resistance at 108,960. Then we have 110,150. Now, if you do the fibs on this here, you're looking at 115, 120, 125. Very easy if it keeps breaking on out. However, now we're starting to get this RSI here. We get into this overbought condition, you can see. And we also have to look at, like from the past, not saying they can't stay overbought, but again, it's almost limited time before we have ourselves just a little bit of correction. But what we're looking for here is over time is see how we had this high. We had the high there, and then we had even a higher high where we had a low high. See this negative divergence? That's what we always look for, and then we get the sell-off kind of situation. But right now, we're still in the process of the old run-up. Now, your green is over your red, looking very, very nice here. And what I like about this is look how low this is compared to what we have going on over here. Okay, so very, very nice. Now, so that's what we're going to be looking for. We're looking for that today's high at 104,825. And then we're going to be looking for the top of these candles, but look for that 106 area. That's what we're going to be looking for on the upside. Now, here on the downside, well, we look through today's low here. You got 102,785. And now what we do, we just do the opposite of what we were doing on the upside, okay? So now your support level is going to be the top of this candle, 107.65, okay? We'll come over top of this candle here, 99,965. And then we'll be looking here for the top of this candle right here. You're looking at that 98,615 level. And then we have right here, 97,959. That is going to be your key resistant support level, I should say. Okay. Now, again, if that is lost here, then we'll come here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 95,070. We're looking at the bottom here. You're looking at 93,695. Then we're looking for old Hondo over here at 93,32. Now, look how nice this is. See now the 21-day, across the 50-day, now looking across the 100-day. So even if this comes all the way on down here, this is going to be a good buying opportunity to take it higher. So what we really need here on this, just give this chance to shake out a little bit here, is a little bit of sideways action because we've had a really good run. But again, this is Bitcoin, and it could just keep right on running to actually to that retest there. Very easy. But just look at that 106 area. That's going to be your target. Now, I'm long the IBIT basically because off of this pattern right here, okay? So even if you take it off this double bottom situation, been a really, really good, nice run all the way on up here, okay? But remember, don't get greedy. Okay, we want to take, maybe you always want to put some money in your pocket, especially on a Friday. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have the old crude oil, here we have natural gas. Now you can see crude oil here, okay, what do we have? The same things we had like on the old Bitcoin. See this nice double bottom situation, okay? So we had that 55.12, sold right on off and got to the oversold condition kind of a situation, okay? Then we retested it with 55.30 level, okay? So we have a nice higher low. Now, there's no divergence on this, okay? It looks like it, but this needs to be lower in order for us to get the divergence, okay? So we don't have no divergence. However, we have that nice double bottom situation. Now, you can see where it ran up in the 8-day, pulled back above the 8-day, came back. But yesterday, she closed above. That's a good sign. And then today, now we made this higher high. Okay, so what we're watching here is this is going to be key level on a closing basis is this 60.89. That's your 21 simple moving average. Now, we get above that, we're going to be looking right for this candle here at that 62.07, and then we'll come up here 63.31. We have 63.41, and then we're going to come up here at 63.92 level. All right, and then what we're looking for is this 50-day at that 64.57. Very, very key. Okay, then we can look for this price channel 64.87, and then we'll be looking to the bottom here, looking at that 65.22 level. Okay, then obviously we have your 100-day, you have your 200-day simple moving average, but we look at this 21-day, it never crossed below that 8-day. See, now it's flattening right on out here. Now look at this 8-day. Look how that's flattening out and might want to curl up here. Now we have seasonality here in play. Okay, so just remember that. Now, OPEC is dumping a lot of oil on the oil markets. However, always understand when you have oil at this kind of a price, that 50-60 level, countries like China, they're loading up on this and they're putting it in their SPR. Okay, and hopefully the U.S. is doing the same thing. Okay, so what they're doing at this kind of price is they're buying the oil. So even though you're dumping it on the market, Saudi Arabia basically is looking for taking the market share. They want to maintain market share. So that's going to be the key versus the price. Okay, they're doing more of a volume kind of a situation. All right. However, you got summer driving coming up here, and with these tariffs, if you can get all these tariffs worked out here, that's going to make the economy looking really good here. And what's going to go up is going to be the old oil. Okay, so this is going to be key, is watch that 21-day, that 60.90. Now, if that's lost here on the downside, or can't get through, then we look to today's low, that's at 59.89. Then we'll be looking right here for this 8-day at 58.90, okay? That's going to be very, very strong support. Obviously, if it's lost, we'll come to the bottom, 57.74, 57.03, 56.39, and then you retest down here at 55.30, and then your big retest at 55.12 level. We lose this, you're going 53, 50, 47, and even down to 43 level. But right now, I don't really see it. This is here off that double bottom. This is looking very, very nice. This is why you trade the old charts. Okay, so I'm long the UCO, and I'm watching to see what's going to go on here on this old 21 SMA here. So we got to see if we can rally up here. Your big target's going to be that 50-day. Look at RSI here. Whew. You look at that, 47, plenty of room to run. Your green just crossed over your red. Look at that nice momentum situation. Okay, possibly take this bad boy higher. Okay, natty gas. Well, natty gas is holding this 8-day very, very nicely. Okay, and that's the key. We just have this sideways action, but as long as we're above that 8-day, it's sideways to up. Okay, that's what we're always looking for. See how nice it is. Even though it's sold down, you closed above it. Okay, but look at high, held, and now today we have that inside day. So what we're really trading here is this 8-day, 3.55. That's going to be your downside. If that's lost, we're going to be looking right here to that 3.34. That's your 21-day. Yeah, there's support here in between. You got 3.48. We have 3.42. But realistically, you're headed for that 21-day. Upside here, this 100-day is everything. 3.71. We get above that. We have this 50-day at 3.75 level. Okay, so that's going to be your upside. So we're trading just to this range. Now, if we break above this key 50-day, then we're going to be looking right here. Okay, 3.82. We'll come up the top of this candle. You're looking at 3.93. Then we have 408. Okay, we have 415. You have 420. And then here's the big boy, is that 425. That was your double top situation that took it lower. Okay, so, but right now, 8-day. Lose the 8-day, we're going to the 21-day. Okay, we're looking at this 100-day. You get above that, we're going to the 50-day. Above the 50-day, we'll just take a look at these candles and run that bad boy all the way up. Now, look at here. 54, plenty of room to on the upside. Your green over your red. This is still looking very good as long as that 8-day holds. Okay, let's take a look here now at the NQs. Okay, now we had a really nice rally there yesterday here. Now let's just take the Nasdaq futures, which are up about 86 right now. Okay, so what we're doing is we're holding this 8-day. Okay, see how nice this is holding? Very, very nicely. So this is going to be key support levels at 20,011. Okay, if that's lost, we'll come right to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 19,910. We'll come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 19,739, and then we'll come here at 19,678, and then we'll be looking for this 50-day at 19,478. Okay, upside here, this 200-day is going to be everything. You're looking at 20,304. Okay, we need to get above that situation. Now you can see here how we got this sideways action here for about 6 days, but you always want to look to the past here. Okay, see how that ran into that 200-day, couldn't get above, and then we sold right on off. Okay, so always watch these key levels here, which are your simple moving averages. Now, if we get above that, that 200-day, then we have that 20,554. That is that nice 100 simple moving average. Okay. Now, again, obviously we get above that, then we just follow these candles all the way on up here. Okay, you got 20,725 level. We come up here, you got 20,944. We just bring this price channel right across here. You got 21,122. 121, I mean, and then we have 21,386 level. We just follow it all the way up until we get to the top of that retest there at 22,450 level. But have to close above this 200-day, have to close above that 100-day to do that. So right now, you're trading the 200-day to the upside. We get above that, your 100-day is your target. Downside, we're looking at this key 8 estimate. We lose that, the 50-day is your target. Now, RSI here, looking very, very good. Plenty of room to run, nowhere near overbought or oversold. And look at here, your green is over your red, looking very, very nice. Okay, so right now it looks like a very good bullish trend. And if we clear these tariffs all up here, I think this market is going to keep right on rallying up nicely. We had look what happened yesterday when he try to make a deal, not try to make it, he made a deal with the UK. Okay, so the market had a really nice rally here. So I think it's looking really pretty good. I'm very, very bullish here on the market, and especially like on Bitcoin, which we're having a good run. And remember, a company like Nvidia now, you had a really good run here. You're sitting at 118 right now. But remember, their earnings aren't coming out here until the 28th, I believe. And so now's the time to get into companies like Nvidia. Buy it in advance. So wait till it starts running up to 120, 130 level. Get in now and then run it up higher. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here midday trading, and we'll take a look at some stocks, maybe commodities, and we'll check it out and see what the market is doing. All right, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.